Hello, guys, and welcome back to Photographics Academy. So, if you are in my country right now, you are going to notice that there is this viral celebrity going on that just did a birthday party a few days ago, and her images were so mad. So, her name is Vicky James, and this style and everything was inspired by her. And of course, coupled with it is Felix Crown Photography, who created this amazing look. So this was what the image was looking like. So this is actually what we created. I can't put up her own here because of copyright issues. Of course, she's a celebrity. But okay, so this is something like what they created. You can go and check it out. Felix Crown Photography, amazing photographer, and the result was mad. And I couldn't believe he didn't use generative fill. So processing it in my head, I said, all right, he used generative fill, but this is so dope. And I figured out that a whole lot of persons outside there doesn't even own generative fill. So it's going to be very difficult recreating this look. And that is why we came up with this video. So this video is going to walk you through how to create this look. This is not exactly what his looks like. His looks way more professional, but of course, this will serve. So this is how you can create this look from this. So this, not really from this, because we had to stretch the cloth. So it was looking like this originally. Then we used the content aware field to get the tip of the gown, and we created this. All right, so in this video, we are going to be learning step by step on how we did it. Of course, we are going to be doing it right here in this video. So welcome to our channel. Make sure you watch till the end, because I'm going to be telling you within the video how you will be getting this particular background, because we are giving it out for free. This is it right here. Yeah, we're giving it out for free in this video, so make sure you stay tuned. All right, so the first thing we are going to be doing, trust me, this is going to be fucking amazing, because it's not a walkthrough, it's a full practical step by step. So the reason I left that so that it can guide us on exactly everything we did. All right, so I'm going to crop this image. This is the first thing I did. I needed space, yeah. I needed her to cover most of the frame, and I need her clothes out because of the reflections we'll be creating. So I'm going to crop it out like this, crop it out like this. Then I need it slightly bigger. Give her some headroom, more headroom, yeah, something like that. Then I'll turn on my content aware to save me the stress of selecting. Then I'll press enter, and let's see what it does. Okay, so we got something really close to what we had originally. This is what we're going to be working with. The first thing we'll do right now is to separate our object from our background. Very, very important. So I'm going to go to select subject. This should be easy peasy. Yeah, all right. So select inverse, and of course, we're going to be adding I don't know what this is, the stuff behind her head. All right, so we are losing arm here, selection here rather. Just add this area. Okay, we are good. I believe so. We are good. All right, so I'm going to make a duplicate right here, because I need my background on the base. So I'm going to make a duplicate right here, then right click and go to layer via cut. So we'll have our object on a separate layer. Let me turn this off. We'll have our object on a separate layer and our background on a separate layer. But the issue is that our background still has a hole in the middle, which we do not want. So to fix that, I'm going to hold my control and reload the selection of the object. So it's going to load up on the background layer. Then I'll go to my select, go to modify, go to expand. So I'll be expanding with 11 because I want it to clean it out entirely. So hold my shift and click on my backspace. Make sure your content aware is turned on and press OK. And it's done. This is it. Yeah, it looks rough. We are not going to be using that. Just that we need something to, serve as the base. It looks rough, but you wouldn't see it because she will definitely block it up. Okay, so my object needs to be above here. Yeah, beautiful. So we'll have our object on a separate layer and our background on a separate layer. So now I can move her up. So you see the reason I created that. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is to create a reflection for her. So the reason I had to keep this is if I miss any step, I could just go through the layers and show exactly how we did it. So we're going to be creating a reflection for her. So I'll make a duplicate of her image, which is the person which is this layer down here. Then I will press Ctrl T, right click, and go to flip vertically. So this should give us, this looks nice. All right, so this should give us the opposite direction of what we had. So we'll just pull it down. So I need to match this. So you see the reason I said I wanted to push it up, because I need even the clothes on the reflection to, be a little bit visible. So I'm going to push her up a little, then push this in a little as well. Now, if you look at this area, if this is going to touch each other to give us that perfect symmetry in lines, then we need to bend this area to also match this area, because it's not looking really like a reflection. And how do you do that? It's very simple. Go to your edits, come all the way down to perspective warp. Yeah, very important. So when you open your perspective warp, this stuff showing on your screen, right? I don't know what I should call that logo, is going to appear. So it's called layout. It will be your layout, and that is where you'll be selecting exactly how you're going to be using it. So I'm going to make 3 boxes for each area. One, do another one here, another box here. Yeah, just keep it there. 2, it's going to just meet up. Then another one here. Okay, so once you do that, you can as well change the perspective of what you want to do to make sure probably that they are all looking very much aligned. And once you are done, go back to WAP. Go to WAP. So WAP is going to allow you move things around to fit into what you want to move. So I want to move the dress up. So just come over here and drag it up. So you see the way the dress is moving right now. So I'll just come here, drag the dress up like this. Let's pull that down. So we just need her to align properly. Yeah, at the edge. That's what I'm looking for. So just place it over there like that. And I think that will work, because I need this here. Yeah, then do the same thing over here. Maybe push here up a little to match that. Beautiful. So you see, we've been able to get it. So I think I missed it here, because I love the way the shape of this area is. I'm going to push this down in. So, okay, then we push here up and move. Drag this all the way up. Fill it up with this one. Yeah. Okay, so we got it. And just make adjustments. I just want to make sure the lines are properly aligned. I think we can work with this. This seems perfect. All right, so I'll press OK. Now we'll have the one on the floor looking like the one up. But the only issue right now is that your reflection cannot be as sharp as your main object and all of that. So we start working with the blending. The first thing we'll do is to darken it down a little. The second thing we'll do is to create a mask for it. Pick up our gradient tool. Make sure you are in this one. I don't know exactly what it's called. Then go inside your selection, your settings. Then open up the basics. Make sure you are using black to white so that it fades it in. So I'm going to be dropping the opacity so it doesn't do everything all at once. Then I'll just draw in line like this, running through like this, and bam, just keeps fading it out for me. Yeah, so you have that reflection down there. But of course, it's not going to really look so amazing, because we need it to have a floor, a reflective floor, maybe a brighter floor, a darker floor. So what I did basically was I just created a dark floor for her. Let me show you what I did using these layers over here. So I'm going to come all the way down here. Okay, so I think this is where we created it. So we just use the black fill to fill that area up like that. Then we added a solid color adjustment when we brought in the background so that the colors can match. Yeah, so we just created a black, yeah, then made it a soft light. So Let's create it. So I'm going to create an empty layer, pick up my rectangular marquee tool and just draw my rectangle. Hold your shift backspace and select black. Press OK. So it creates it, then change the blend mode to soft light, and you have it. So I need it to blend in. Uh I need to blur it out a little or use my mask, whatever you're going to do to blend it in. So I want to blur it out so that it just flows into the whole stuff. Yeah, I love the way it's flowing, looking soft and all of that. Beautiful. So this was what I wanted to create, and press enter. So this gives us the before, the after. So it gives us a floor. I know the shadows are not yet matching because she's still looking like she's floating, but we'll get that taken care of in a jiffy. So the next thing we need to do now is to introduce our background. Yeah, we'll still work on the blurriness of the reflection and the waviness of it, depending on what our background provides. So this is our background. So looking at our image and our background, you're going to notice they are not exactly the same size. So I'm just going to do the same thing I did with my image on this one as well, so that we'll get similar size. I need more floors. So yeah, press OK. We are done. Yeah, so I'll pick up my move tool, make sure you are using an unlocked layer so your move tool can work. I'll just drag it all the way into this document and place it here. And boom, we'll have it working. So I'll just pull this down here. Of course, you need to scale it. I'll hold my alternate and scale it in. So the moment we'll get it, we are done. I need the horizon line, which is the mountain line, to be directly on her hip level. Good. This is gorgeous. Okay. This is beautiful. Press OK. Now we'll have it. Look at it. Yeah, I understand everything is not looking really realistic because of the plot and all of that. So I need my background behind everything we did, not just how my reflection, my color, my brightness blending over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag it all the way down to the space. Yeah, so we have our reflection showing up. We have this thing we did here. I don't know what to call that, showing up as well. So we'll have her looking like she's standing, but we also still need a floor right there. So what we did with the background in the original one was that we cut the floor out. Look at it. We cut the floor out because we needed to blend it into what we have here. So how did we do it? Very simple. Pick up your rectangular marquee tool one more time and just cut the floor. I need it to cut from here. Yeah. Press Ctrl J, so it's going to slash it out. Then I'm going to change its own blend mode to multiply. Cool. So have it looking like they are all they are all into that area. Of course, I need to bring that down a little because I need my original floor to still show up. And this is it. This is the before, this is the after. Let me see exactly where it was positioned. All right, so we're on the right track. So the next thing we did on this one was that we toned the background down a little. So we needed more coloring on it, so we toned it down. But this looks perfect because that one was having more saturation. So the next thing I'm going to be doing right now, I think this is still too much because I'm not seeing my original background. I think I also need to pull this down a little because my reflection is not showing. Beautiful. Where's my reflection? Push it up a little. So the next thing we need to do is that we need to blur this reflection to match the floor. Look at the floor of the background. It's wavy, it's blurry, but our reflection is totally sharp. So I'm going to click on the reflection itself, not on the mask. The reflection itself, go to my filter, go to filter gallery. So once you're in your filter gallery, I'm going to be using this orange ripple effect because it's going to give us that wavy kind of effect on it. Press OK. So looking at it, it's too much. I'm going to take one step back. Yeah. Then go to my filter. Go to filter gallery over here. Press OK. So it's going to apply it again. Then we'll press Ctrl Shift F to load filter opacity. So I'm just going to bring the effect down like that. Then the next thing is to blur it out. Yeah. So I'm going to go to my filter, go to blur, go to caution blur. We just blur it out a little, not to lose it entirely. Then we'll press OK. Now it's time to introduce our solid color adjustment layer on the floor. So what we did with that, let me open it for you, is just to get the colors looking more realistic, because in the original one we had just black floor. So we needed to, tone in that orange color. So let's see if ours need it. Yeah, it does need it. So I'm going to come over to this area, hold my control and reload my selection like that. Then go to my solid color adjustment layer, choose something dark. Maybe I'll pick a color from the background, press OK, find a perfect blend mode for it. Think this works, but it's not giving me that dark tone effect. So I'll just stick with something that makes it very dark and colorful. I think I like what this is doing. So looking at it right now, I don't think my background is where it is supposed to be. So I'm going to need to move it up a little. Beautiful. So have it here. Good. And our reflection also needs to show. Good. So we are good. So I think my solid color needs to come down a little. And also needs to be feathered. So just load the property and feather it out. Okay, so the next thing we need to do right now is to match the lightning. So I think my background is slightly too bright. I'll bring it down a little. Good. Then tone down the brightness of the clothes because I need her to stand out. But before we get to that, let's create shadow for her. Yeah, thank God I remembered. So let's create shadow for her. My reflection is hiding away. Okay, so let's create the perfect shadow for her so that it will look really, really realistic. And how do we do that? See how I created this is this one. I stayed on my object, pick up my rectangular marquee tool and just selected the down parts, the areas that are touching the floor, and it will immediately. No, I don't think that was what I did. I loaded the selection like that, then picked up my rectangular marquee tool, held my alternate and minus these areas. Yes, because I needed the shape of her gown. Beautiful. Then I created an empty layer and filled it up with black. This should be under. Filled it up with black, holding your backspace, your shift and backspace and press enter. So it's going to introduce that black shape down there. Of course, we just move it around a little. Good. I'll press enter. So we'll have that shadow on the floor right there. Look at that. But of course, we need to blend it in. So we'll blur it out slightly. I don't think I'm going to be reducing the opacity of that one because it needs to really, really be there to create that contact for the floor. I think this is good. Press attack, pick up your move tool. I just need to push it in a little bit more. Yeah, so we make a duplicate of this, Control J. Then we'll make one to spread out. Hold your shift and spread one out like that. So this is the one I'm going to be blurring really well because I need it to flow and fill the whole floor. Just start blur effect. Hold the go to your Gaussian blur and just blur it out. Just like that. Press enter. Then of course we need to bring it down. Just that one to create the floor that she's going to be in. So I think this shadow should be in between her and the reflection, which it is. All right, so let's go back and see what it looks like. Yeah, it's now looking more like it. So this is our final result over here. So I take my floor in the one I'm creating now is slightly looking too dark. So I'm going to tone down on a whole lot of stuff. So let's go down and find where the darkness is coming from. So I think it's coming from here. This is too much, so I'm going to bring it down. Beautiful. So looking at the dress now, the dress is not showing anything of the background she's standing in. And remember, this is a warm background and she's wearing something reflective. So it means it should cast warm tones on the dress. So let's create that effect. So we'll go to our object layer, pick up our move tool and just select the dress. Of course, with what she has on her head, we minus the arms, the neck, the face, and the hair. We'll need this piece. I can excuse the little line on the sleeves because it won't really show much. I can excuse that, but I need all of this in the equation. Okay. All right, so I think we'll have something we can work with. Yeah, needs to be adjusted. Okay, so we'll just work with this. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to use my hue and saturation, move sliders around to get the result I want to get. So I'll just create a hue and saturation adjustment layer. So I need her to have these tones in the dress a little. So I might just increase the saturation for now and move the hue around. Or rather, colorize, reduce the saturation very well, and find that color. I need something warmish. Yeah, this would sell a little bit of this. This is too much because I don't want to even lose the original color. Then I'll darken it down a bit. So change the blend mode to soft lights, but I will not. Or you can as well change it to color. I think color should also give. Color is too flat, so this works. Okay, so of course, this is too much because it's no longer looking like color of her dress. So we need to bring it down. Cool. So the idea is just to tint in the background color into her just a little. So the next thing we need to do right now is to create a general color grading, a global color grading. And to do that, I'm going to create a color lookup adjustment layer and just find something suiting that will work perfectly well. So I think in this one, what we used here, let me see if I can find it here. The same result. What we used here is theme stock 53DI. So let's just find theme stock 53DI. This is what we used. Yeah, I love this because it was edgy, gave us that hard light effect. Then all we need to do was just to tone it down. So before the after, then of course use our curves to add a little contrast to it. Then press enter. So looking at the whole thing, I think my background needs to saturate just a little. So I'm going to go to my background, go the hue saturation adjustment layer, increase the saturation a little, and bring it down in the opacity section. Very good. The before, the after. Yeah, this is beautiful. So the next thing I want to do is I want to take it into my camera raw and create the last color blending. So just create a stamp visible layer above all of these, Control Shift Alternate E. Go to our filter all the way down to camera raw and reduce the highlight because it's shouting all the way. Reduce the highlight. Yeah. Add some contrast, increase the shadows a little. Beautiful. So I want to create a vignetting effect in the image just to bring it closer to the middle, to bring your eyes closer to the middle of the whole thing. So I think my highlight is too low. Punch it up a little, press enter. Or let's see if we can cool it down and see what we'll get. This looks nice, but not looking blended. So this works better. We'll press OK, and we are good. This is the result. So one thing I missed that I'm going to just take a step back to correct is that I noticed that I didn't feather while I selected. So she's having this whitish stuff around the edge, which doesn't work. So I'm going to take it 2 steps back. So what 2 steps back is going to do is that it's going to disappear the stamp visible layer and also the camera raw with dip, which is not bad. I'm going to get that back. So I'm going to go back to my object layer and fix that. How do I fix that? Hold your control, reload the selection on her, then make an inverse selection. Or rather, let's use her own selection. It should still work. So once you do that, go into your select, go to modify, go to contract. So I'm going to be contracting with just one because I want to just push the selection a little pinch in and cut that part off. Then press enter. So it's going to pinch in a little. Now you can select inverse and just press your backspace to delete. So once I press Ctrl D, it's taken care of. So if it doesn't take care of it entirely for you, you can try 1.5 or 1.2. But for me, I think it worked right here. So once that is taken care of, go back to your stamp visible layer, create a new one, Ctrl Shift Alternate E, and reload your camera raw. And boom, we are done. So I'm going to go to my history and take a snapshot to show you the overall before and after. This is the image one we came into Photoshop, and this is the final. How close did we get to the original one? Yeah, I think this is slightly brighter, but of course you understand the concept. Thank you so much for watching. So right now, if you want to get access to the background, just make sure you join our WhatsApp community to get access to this background. Yeah, how will you join our WhatsApp community? It's very simple. Go to the description of the video. You will see a link there pasted there that has WhatsApp on it. Click on it and you will join our WhatsApp community. Make sure you are subscribed to our YouTube channel, and shout out to Vicky James and the amazing photographer that took this image. One more time, subscribe to our YouTube channel and make sure you turn on your notification bell once you subscribe, so you don't miss out on anything that we bring for you here on this channel. Thank you, and make sure you keep creating your magic.